I don't care what anybody says, but I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is Capcom's last great fighting game. And sure, Street Fighter 4 and 5 have come and gone, but neither of those have kept the players wanting to come back as much as Marvel 2. And let's just forget about Marvel 3, which was polarizing to say the least. And Infinite, well, let's just say, lately having the word Infinite in your title doesn't really bode well for your game. But Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, and all of the early Versus and Darkstalkers games were incredible. And yeah, the graphics are super blocky by today's standards, but it's the most fun fighting game that Capcom's had in a long time. But we'll see how well Capcom does with Street Fighter 6 when it comes out in a few months. But with that being said, trying to play Marvel 2 today is a hassle. You'll either have to have a Dreamcast, a PS2, or an original Xbox to play the disc copies. Or you'll have to emulate them on the PC. But if you were fortunate enough to have an Xbox 360 at the time, you were able to buy an HD version of the game from the Xbox Marketplace. Unfortunately, it's been delisted now due to licensing issues with Marvel and Disney. So if you still have an Xbox 360 and a downloaded copy of Marvel 2, you can still play online with other players. But the question of this video is anyone even still playing? And so before my Game Pass expired, I decided to check out my copy of Marvel 2 on the Xbox 360 and find out. And lo and behold, empty lobbies in Ranked. I tried creating lobbies, nobody would show up. I tried doing a quick match, nobody would show up. But before I lost all hope, I checked out the player matches. And to my surprise, there were actually 3 or 4 active lobbies. I joined a few matches, and not surprisingly, I was thoroughly whooped by the other players. But I mean, with a game this old, you have to expect that some of the top players are the only ones that are still going at it. But man, did I have a blast. It really felt like old times, and the network wasn't even laggy at all. No one was shit talking or anything like that, which is nice if you get offended easily. But honestly, I suspect that it's more likely that everyone lost their 360 headsets at this point. But with the news that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is coming to Arcade 1-Up pretty soon, it may just be time for someone at Disney or Marvel to get the hint and let Capcom finally port over this amazing game to current gen hardware. But as it is now, the only way to play this game online is through an emulator on PC, or if you're lucky enough, through the Xbox 360, since it still isn't backwards compatible with the new Xbox. So I say try and keep the community alive, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see this game get the port that it truly deserves. Till next time.